morning. How are you? It's great to have your company. Is this the first show you've seen today? Have you been in bed? Did you overdo it last night? Or have you been with us all day? Whatever, it's great to have your company. And this is your brand new one-day special. Here at the craft store, we always launch a one-day special at 6 o'clock every single day. It's a 24-hour deal, so we reduce the price of the items that we've got available for you. Now, our one-day special is going to be dispatched on the 17th of January because it's coming from Budapest. And let's face it, the things that you have to do at the moment to get things sent through the different continents, that's just the way it is. But it does mean you are getting a great deal at a reduced price. You are receiving a reduced price of £25, I know. So if you were to buy all of these after 6 o'clock tomorrow, that's an extra £25 you've got to spend. And we don't want that to happen. So there's your item number at the top, 176718, and you can divide the cost into 2 payments. And what you've got here is an array of wonderful, wonderful mediums, 21 in total, which works out to be £3.31 each. And of course, it comes to you from the wonderful name of Pentart. Now, I'm not alone. We have a marvellous guest with us, an incredible guest to take us through all of the mediums and far beyond that as well, with her wit and her humour and her talent. It's our lovely Lou with us.
I was looking around for whoever it is you're talking about there. Good afternoon, evening, whatever it is.
Well, that's quite a good point. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Depends where you're watching. We broadcast absolutely in the UK, Europe and America. Lou, great to have your company. Happy New Year, my darling.
Happy New Year.
Did you have a good one?
It was quiet, yeah. I was driving down here at 5 o'clock this morning.
Were you?
Yeah.
Bet the roads were quiet.
Yeah, they were. It was dark and it was like just getting light, so it was nice seeing them.
Oh,
yeah,
well, Lou, you've got a fantastic one-day special, haven't you? And you've got these mediums. Can you tell us a little bit about Pentart for anyone that doesn't know the company?
Well, they're really well respected. Pentart is it's a beautiful company that really knows all about the chemistry behind products. So they're based in Europe and they've been going now quite a few years, but mainly it's to do with the chemistry and how the products are all made and what you can do with them. So they've come from a different sort of approach and then brought it to the craft industry, and they're renowned now all over the world as being sort of really adaptable and excellent quality goods.
I love that word, adaptable. Let's take you through the different mediums that we've got available for you. You've got 10 stencil paste. Now, these are in different colours, and I've got a selection of the colours here. Why would we want coloured textured paste like this to work with, Lou?
Well, sometimes when we can create our own stencil paste, great, but you don't get the sheen, the shimmer, you don't get the sort of consistency, and you know, it's hard to sort of maintain. But here you've got the sheen, the quality, the consistency of colour, and you know it's made to go on all surfaces. So it's just all the colours you can really work that you'd want, but then when you start mixing them as well, and they look absolutely stunning, black or white, light or dark card, whatever you want, but they're absolutely beautiful. Home decor.
That's a great idea. Yeah, you know, you can. This is not just for crafting at home with your cards and beautiful artwork that you put on your wall. Definitely use these for upcycling or repurposing items around your home. So you've got various different colours ranging from those beautiful lemon colours. You've got apricot in there, really nice lilac colours, beautiful pinks and your blues. And then alongside your stencil paste, you've got your sparkling gel, and you've got 5 of those. Now tell us about the sparkling gel.
Right, well, the sparkling gel is different to the stencil paste. Stencil paste is opaque, more opaque, we say. The sparkling gels are translucent, so you've got a transparent glaze, but you can build up colour, but they give you that instant diamond sparkle on the surface. So they split, some of the colours split, so you get like a two-tone effect. So here I've just loaded up different textures to give, so you can see the shine. Some are blue based, some are silver based and some are gold based. So you might have a green gold, and you might have a blue silver.
Ah, is that like the reflection of light and how you look at it?
Absolutely.
Oh, amazing, amazing. And you don't need a lot of it, do you?
Oh, very sparingly.
Love
sparingly.
that. So, alongside those, you've got even more. You've got your metallic wax paste. Now you have 5 of those, and I know you don't need a lot of these to make something look quite extraordinary, Lou.
These are really beautiful. They smell nice as well. And these are the wax that are finishing touches. When you buff them up, they become permanent and water resistant. Not water, don't repellent. They're just like water bounces off them, and then you've got the wax paste, which does something absolutely stunning. But
now,
the colours in
if I were to
these,
open one of these up, do they have a protection paper inside? No, they don't. Look at that.
and it is like a proper wax.
Yeah.
Years ago, we used to have something called gold finger, and it was really expensive stuff. You got a little tube for about 10.
Yeah.
And it was really really expensive stuff. And now they've come a long way through, you know, like Pentart, companies like that.
Just to show you the density there, turning that upside down, it's not going to pour out. That's just the way it's been put into the glass. That's not pouring out. That's an illusion. Sensational. And alongside that, oh my goodness, do you know what? You guys are so lucky that we've got a whole collection like this, because it means you don't have to keep watching for months and months and months to top up your collection, but you can divide the cost over 2 months. How about that? And then on top of all of that, you have got your wax paste, and this is transparent. Why would we want to use this, Lou?
Right, this is absolutely brilliant. So if you've got a paint surface, flat surface, and you want to buff that up, you want to get a watermark, you want to get that wonderful sort of sheen, this acts like a paste, very, very sparingly. Brush it on, buff it off, high sheen.
Really? So putting it into
furniture.
Yeah, putting it into what I do. If I made a little clay model of something and had a smooth surface, which was quite easy to maybe put some of the wax on, I'd be able to do that on one of the little models and then buff it up.
Buff it up, and then what would happen is, as you did that, it would become water repellent. I keep getting it wrong. You can't immerse it in water, but it'll stop the water from ruining it.
Like a duck's back.
Yes, that's the one.
I know you can put a duck in water, but you know what we mean. Right, what an amazing deal. Now, here's the thing. You can divide the cost of all of this into 2 payments. So you'll pay half today, $34.82. You'll pay another half in a month's time, which will be the 1st of February. This is going to be dispatched on the 17th of January. So by the time your second payment comes out, you'd have made, you'd have created, you'd have learnt, you'd have enjoyed, and maybe even sold some of your artwork and what it is you're making. Right, what an amazing deal. Now you can head to the website, and this is where you can see other items we've got available for you on the show. We've got some great little kits for you, some great little project kits at great discounts.
Right, we're going to be working on them in a bit.
Now, they've got one there which was, is that £40 and 98 pence down to 24.98? Right, that is definitely worth looking at, it really is. And with your one-day special, if you're adding anything to your basket, you can divide the cost of that into 2. So it's a great way to buy. If you have any questions about any of the mediums, if you've used the mediums, you want to show off your work on the telly box, we'll show you pictures, and that will encourage other people as well. That's what it's about in 2022. It's about encouraging one another to get crafting. It's not just about what we say, it's not just about what Lou does, but it's about you guys as well. So any questions, anything you want to see, we are live at the moment, and you can email in. It is studio@thecraftstore.com. Right, Lou, what are we going to do?
Well, I thought we could show you some like little techniques, because there's so many different things you can do with these stencil pastes and stuff. So the first thing is it's like you sort of sit there and you go, oh, what can I do with all these? What can I do? So I'm just going to show you some little techniques. So the first thing is, if you've got, get yourself some surfaces, things that, you know, right, you're not going to be worried too much about them, but we're going to do like really quick, simple little techniques. So I've just got a coaster. So we're going to look at, say, a stencil paste. So I'm going to go in with, something, see, this is the only problem. You're like, oh, what colour, what colour?
Well, you do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Absolutely stunning colours.
These are great colours. to choose from, aren't they, Lou?
Yeah, they are. And I'll tell you what, no, I'll go with this one because I think this will work quite nicely. So I've got an apricot.
Yep.
It's not a colour I choose normally, but when you start putting it with other colours, I'm like, wow, it's suddenly become my next favourite. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a very thin layer.
Now you're using a brush?
I'm using a brush.
Wow.
Because I just want to put a thin layer down just to show you how thin you can use it, and then I'll go in thick with the paste and the stencil. So you don't need a lot of this, and you get, I'll show you what it looks like on this. It dries really quick. So if I just bring that up now, can you see the shine?
Ooh,
It's really, really shiny. So you can now change a lot of your paints and add the paint, this colour to it. So on craft, you don't really get a built-up colour with it, but it's like, once you start seeing it added to other things. So I've got a stencil. You can have any stencil you want. I'm just going to use like one of the ones that matches the stencil we've got on today. So I'm just going to put a tiny bit on, and I'm going to just go, don't overwork it. I don't overwork mine. I tend to sort of like just a couple of sweeps over, because what happens if you overwork it, you push it underneath the stencil and it doesn't always look nice. So I'm just going to put a couple on.
Nice.
Now you can mix it, but I'm not going to do it yet. No, I won't do it yet. But you can mix it with other stuff. So what I'm going to do is just put the paste on. You can have it pretty high if you want, pretty thick, or you can have it as thin as I put it on as a beginning. So you can almost put it on as a base. Now, so just going to do that. I don't want it all regimented all over. I want different lights and darks. So,
wow.
Before I forget,
and you've got that nice little mix in between where it's ombre together.
Absolutely. Before I forget, this here now is just a paper towel, and all I do is just scrape it off. And the reason I do that, I'll show you on the other side, is I just clean it off, because I save this, because this is then like fabric. So it's a paper towel, but because I've got like the paste and stuff on it, I can use that as another surface to use. So here we've got this. We've got a very simple ombre. Now you can leave it like that if you want, but if you want to add some more, you can go back in with the colours you've got and just add texture yourself, so that you don't have to use a stencil. You could just make it, or if you've got a bit Pete tongue. So if you've got like little areas and it's sort of really great until you get a blob, if you just go in with your paintbrush and just soften the edges up, it stops it looking like there's a really sort of clear edge there. You're sort of softening it up. So there we go, that's it. Then just going to do the same here. So now that's not finished by all means, but that's the first layer of many that I'm going to put on. But what would this look like if I was to put it on black? Well, I'll show you now, because I've got a little surface here ready. So I'm just going to do this half. So let's have a look on black.
Oh, now, do you know what, Lou? The way that this is going on, with your paste, it almost looks wax-like. Does that make sense?
It does, it does.
It goes on almost wax-like.
It does, and it's not. It's very, very, I mean, I can make this as thick as I want, but I like the fact that it doesn't have to be thick and put on with the stencil. I like the fact that I can now put them together and change the colours I've got and make rose golds and all sorts of colours. So that's what it looks like on black.
And how about if you've got an embossing folder, for example, or even just scrunching up a bit of card, I guess you could use the paste like a wax, even though you do get your wax paste, and we will get onto those, demonstrating those. You can mix and match all of your different techniques, but you've got something for everything in this particular set. Now, £34.82 is the only price we need from you today. Another £34.84 in a month's time. Freedom members, you don't pay any P&P, but it does mean you get the whole set. And this is a wonderful way, Lou, don't you think, to start off the new year We've got all of our pastes, we've got the beautiful waxes, and we've also got the sparkling gels all ready to go. They're on our crafting shelf, so it means if we want to do something, we've got it there to do it.
Absolutely, and you can see that you don't have to just do one thing with it. It's got lots of techniques you can do, lots of different sort of ways of putting them all together. You can have the sparkling gel with the stencil paste and you'll get totally different colours, totally different effects. So, and I mean at £3.30 something, it's like
£3.31 per pot. It's amazing value for money when you buy. This is what happens when you buy collections like this together. Right, that's your one day special. 176718 is your item number. Now, we've got some project kits for you, and we were talking about this before the start of the show, and we were going through them, and we were like, this next one is amazing, and I know Lou's got a great demonstration lined up for this, but you get a lot in this kit, and some of the items are from your one day special. So if the one day special was a little bit too much for you, even though you can divide the cost into 2 months, how about going for this? 063123 is your item number. You're saving £7, so you've got a great discount, and it's under £30. So you've got 3 of the stencil paste, you've got a wax paste, you've got the transparent wax paste, you've got acrylic paint, and then you've got your stencil and you've got your coasters. I love this. Now, these are posh coasters. They're nice and lightweight as well. You also have the box to keep them in like so. They look like little sheriff badges in there, don't they? Or speed signs from America. But when you get them out, you'll see that they are coasters, which are lovely. And then you can start using your stencil with your paste to start to build up those patterns. Now, that looks brilliant. This is something that Lou did earlier. And you can add your paints, you can add your waxes to that and really bring out the detail. That stencil is marvellous, isn't it, Lou?
Yeah, and it's sort of like a coat of arms, so if you've got any wizards or anybody like that, it could be quite a nice little project for them. You know,
I like that
thinking
idea.
about that.
Yeah.
But I'm going to make this into, when I was looking at it, I thought I'm going to make this into a book.
Oh, what, like a book cover?
Yeah, book cover, and the pages.
Two together?
Yeah, pages are going to be inside, and I'm going to make it into a book. So I've got a book that I can make, or the others could be coasters, or they actually fit on top of each other as well.
Do they? No.
So if you've got 2, they actually fit on a box. But yeah, so I will be showing you how to make the little book later on. But yeah, it's about like thinking what else. I didn't see coasters when I first saw it.
Yeah, I guess you'll see what you want to see when you get your project kits home. You get 5 of the coasters, book covers, badges, whatever it is you want them to be included in that. And Lou's right, look at that. They do fit perfectly on top of one another, but you have that box to place them in as well. Actually, look at that. You could then start to make patterns, which is brilliant. Love those. Really nice. It's a really nice light wood that's been made out of, and you can bring out the grain in the wood if you want to, or you can add your texture paste. Right, 063123. I think that is excellent value for money. You've got a lovely taster of mediums in there as well. Let's move on. Now, this is brilliant. I like this. What we have here is your modelling paste, but you also have your bonding primer in here. You've got your acrylic paint and 3 sparkling gels. Now, you also get this mould, and this is lovely. You can see there with that particular design, which looks gorgeous. And then this is what you can make. You can make with your modelling paste, it's almost like making your own lace, and it's very, very flexible. It's very strong as well. You could make a nice little bracelet out of this if you want to. You can tear into it, you can cut it as well. You can see you've got that little bit of flexibility in there. So that's what your modelling paste does. But Lou, what does the bonding primer do?
Right, this is ingenious, this, because the chemist, Pentart chemist primarily, can't say it.
Primarily?
Primarily, that's the word. And so they want to know about, you know, the chemical makeup of it. And this bonding primer, there's a little video that shows you that it allows anything to be painted onto it. So it'll go on glass and you can put your paint on top of it. So it's actually one of the strongest bonds for paints to go on top.
Wow, so if I had like, I've got some furniture at home that I bought, and at the time I loved it, and it was gloss and it was white. Yeah. Now kind of fallen out of love with it. kind of fell out with it. So I want to paint onto it, but any kind of gloss surface like that is really difficult to actually paint on, especially if it's just like an acrylic-based paint, because it will just scrape off, won't it?
Yeah, and there's a little demo that they do where they paint 2 glass tiles and they scratch them off with a knife, and it shows you that the bonding primer, although it still will mark slightly, it's not anywhere near the others. So I've got that, and I'm going to be doing my kitchen cupboards with mine.
Ah, fabulous.
Because I don't like mine, I've fallen out with my kitchen.
Have
so
you?
I'm going to use this.
Isn't it awful when you fall out with things? Your kitchen, your furniture.
Absolutely.
What did the kitchen do to you?
I know. Well, I've had enough of it. It's out.
Yeah, I don't blame you. My table had a right argy-bargy with it the other night.
You.
Honestly, I wanted it to nest up with the other tables. It wasn't having none of it.
I tell you, I'm not getting any lip like that.
Yeah, I'm not talking to mine anymore. It can just stay in the corner of the room and lump it. Until I paint it, of course, with my bonding primer. I hope you're hearing this table. This bonding primer's coming for you. Right, very busy for that. 726904. Again, dispatching on the 17th of January, £24.98, saving £16. That's a bargain. You know that we sometimes feature these on other shows, but you're saving £16 by buying this bundle right now. It's definitely worth going for, isn't it? It really, really is. Now, we've got another bundle for you. This is your rust effect, which is quite ironic, really, because tomorrow I've got a paint to cover up all your rust. But do you know what? Do you know what I love doing? I'm like Lou. I like taking regular, normal items and turning them into rusty elements. For example, bit of MDF there. Regular bit of MDF, are you ready? Using the mediums, look at that. Now that looks like a bit of old rusty metal.
Not quite finished that, but I wanted to show you that, you know, you do get the 3-dimensional little grit in it. It looks brilliant, but I will be doing a demo on that, yeah.
Oh, lovely. So in this particular kit, you don't get the heart. I just wanted to show you how it all works. You do get a box. You can rust up your box if you want to, so a nice rusty box to store things in. You've got your little embellishments there, so you could put your cogs on there, and then you get 31 metal trinkets. These are amazing, and these are all cogs, as you can see. Let me just show you. And there you go. And you could put your cogs onto your box and then rust it up, or you could just use your rusty box and put your cogs on it if you want to. So lots of different elements in there, as you can see. I just think this is a fantastic kit. Do you know why? Because it gets you started. It gets you started making things old and rusty. Maybe you've seen lots of our demonstrators do things like that. It also comes with your primer paste as well. So that is a brilliant deal. £20.95. You're saving £8 on that deal. Lovely. Okay. Right, we've got some sparkling gel for you, and we have got 5 sparkling gels for you. 868988 is your item number. And if you just want to give it a go, for example, give it a try, £18.75. That is a superb deal. Right, colour-wise, you've got your green, your gold, your olive gold, blue, silver, transparent and silver and gold. So that is your green gold, so it's going to be green and gold at the same time, or however you move it. Your olive gold, again, self-explanatory. Your blue silver, so it's blue and the hints of silver, and then you've got your transparent, and then you've got your silver and your gold. I hope that made sense. It's like those cars that drive by and change colour as they drive by. Have you not seen those?
No.
Have you not seen those cars? It's not a dream. It's not a dream. There are cars with certain paint that's reactive to light, and when the car comes along it's blue, and as it goes in front of you it turns red, and then as it goes away it's purple. It's amazing. Wow. There's one in my village. It really is amazing.
That's not cheap.
Right. We have got Pearl Stencil Paste for you now. Now this is different to the One Day Special. Why? Oh, because it's a pearl finish. I thought Pearl was a singer.
Yes, played guitar.
Yeah, nobody knows anything about. You know when we say that, Luke?
I know, it's like
there is no reaction from anybody here because they're all young uns.
What that bush thing flying across the floor, whatever it is. You remember?
Tumbleweed.
That's it.
Yeah, that one. Why do we like our pearlescent stencil paste?
Because it gives you that something really nice. You can paint with it. You've got those beautiful, really beautiful colours. Like, to me, these are jewel colours, you know, like gems and jewel. And they've just got some beautiful sort of iridescent colours to them. I just love these. I just think you can add them to your gel mediums, your pastes, and you get all different technique, different finishes with them. I love them. Love them to bits.
Lovely. Now you've got ultramarine, apricot, hollyhock and lilac. Beautiful. All of those colours go really well together. And look at that price, £11.96.
Wow.
You're saving £4. That's amazing. 923 622 is your item number for those. So some great kits that you can put together. If you're going for the kits only and they come to £60 or more in your basket, you know what it's like. Oh, I'll have that, I'll have that, oh, I'll have that. And then you look at your basket and you go, oh my days, oh my days. Well, I tell you what, if it gets to £60, we'll divide the cost into 2 payments over 2 months. So it's like your one-day special, but you're kind of creating your own. Right, Lou, what are we going to have a look at?
Well, the first thing is, I've got to show you this modelling paste is just amazing. So I've got the beautiful mould, and it's like a lace mould. So I've just got, it's so lightweight this, and I'm using what they call a kidney, not my own, but it's called a kidney. And I just love this because it's so easy to use. And you just put a little bit, you don't need a lot with this, you really don't. And it doesn't take that long to dry. And all I'm going to do is just show you. And that is basically all you have to do, and it's done. And that is exactly what I've got for that sample there that Janice has got.
Wow.
And
Is that what you used?
I ripped it up,
Yeah.
and I put it on the box. And the little box is what I call a Chantilly Finish. And it's where you just take little edges and rip them up. But yeah, that all you need to do now is don't keep sort of combing it back and forward, because you're making peaks and troughs with that. Just let it dry. And believe it or not, there's like a very thin, and you'll see it on that little demo piece, very thin skin on the back that disappears when you adhere it to surfaces. So the bit that you're actually seeing, you can't see it here. That helps you stick that to there. So you put that to one side. So I'm going to show you now. This is
Lou, I'm really sorry to interrupt you, and I do apologise, but I do need to let people know. Almost 20% of the stock of this kit's gone already. We're very busy for this.
Great kit.
Always busy for modelling paste, aren't we?
Absolutely. And I'm going to do the same now.
Oh, is that with the stencil from the other kit we've got as well? Oh, okay.
This is now a little tip is this is a really strong stencil, and it's not like your normal Mylar one. This is really solid. And what I've done, and you might think, what's she done that for? And I've cut the edge away, and the only reason I've done that is so I can continue it, because I don't have an edge then.
That's a good idea.
So what I've done on the box is you can see that I've taken sort of, I don't want a flat edge there, I might just want a little bit. So just by cutting that edge off, it's not anything to do with this, it's just what I wanted. Now, again.
What are you using there to put it on with?
This is called a kidney.
Oh, you did say that, didn't you?
A kidney. You don't need a kidney. Well, you do. You need a couple of them. But, well, yeah, just to show you how simple it goes on. And it's really, really clean and really nice to use. So I'll just show you another one with that. But this time, we're going to get the modelling paste, and we'll use, we can use a bit of the acrylic stencil paste. I'll use a bit of stencil paste in it, just to show you how well it all mixes as well. So, oh no, I know. I'll use, no, change my mind. I'm going to use the sparkling gel.
Oh, lovely. Now, the sparkling gel comes in your one-day special, and you can go for it in the smaller bundle of 5 that we've got for you, yes.
So, I've got the modelling paste, and because it's similar consistency, what you don't want to do really is change, oh, I don't care, put that there. You don't want to change the consistency of it too much, because you don't want it to be runny, but it will lighten it, because the paste is white and the gel is transparent. So, but you will get that sparkle coming through. So I've got one colour now. If I added a little bit of black to it, I'd get a shade. I've now made a tint with it, but it still gets a sparkle. So I'll just show you. So I'm just going to put a little bit on here as well. I'll just show you what the colour because I'm going on brown just to show you how dense the colour is. It's not far, no, I was going to say it's not a city colour, that.
Oh, yeah,
so it's
like
really dense colour. So normally you could lose, the white is what was left on it, sorry. Normally you would lose some of that and it would self-level, but because the consistencies are similar. So if I wanted to apply that to, I'm just going to put that on my map there to clean
Now, the
it.
One Day Special, Lou, 20% of the stock of your One Day Special has gone already. What a great opportunity at the start of the year to get you started on the right platform. You've got all of your mediums just there, and you only have to pay half today. How about that? Rather than waiting 2 months to get everything together, spread the cost over 2 months. So we'll dispatch these out to you on the 17th of January. How exciting. It just means you've got enough time to sit down, have a think about your projects. Maybe you're starting a new business, maybe you're doing a bit of upcycling, maybe recycling or repurposing as we're calling it now. £34.82 today will get you your 5 sparkling gels, your 10 stencil paste, your 5 metallic and your transparent wax. So your 5 metallic waxes and your transparent wax. We'll see if we can add the word wax to that. It's ever so exciting, changing things as we go. Right, now, if you've got any pictures you want to share with us and you've made and created anything with the mediums we've got available for you on the show, then please send your pictures in. It is studio@thecraftstore.com. Really easy to do if you've got a smartphone or a tablet or something like that. Just take a picture of it. Or take a picture of your pet and send it in. It's New Year, why not? But we have got some great little project kits for you, as well as that comprehensive collection at a superb ideal price. Remember, you're saving £25. I know, it's a great way to start the year. Now, we are starting to get very busy for the One Day Special. I think you've seen some of the demonstrations from Lou, but also you might have done a little bit of research. We always encourage you to do so. Maybe you've been and done your own research in your craft room and gone, oh God, I'm running out of those, and oh, I'm running out of those. And you know what it's like, it can be very difficult to get things in from countries in Europe and beyond, just because of the situation at the moment. But what we've got is a 17th of January delivery slot for you. So that's really good news. And it does mean that it's all going to come together for you. And it means you're going to get it. It means you're not buying one set and then going, I want another set, oh dear, I'm not going to get it. So that's your One Day Special. Details on the side of your screen there. Let's head back to Lou.
Well, there's a little bit of blue left, and I've just got an old book that I wanted to redo, so I've just added it to the surface. So I'm just going to build up layers. So this is one of the box. This is a great little kit, this, and I'm going to make it into a steampunk one. So I've got it half done, and this is the cogs and wheels and everything, but I wanted to show you some of the tricks I was using. So the great little box, what you could do with this is use it as, you could put like a book. So you don't need to have it as a box that opens that way, but as a box that opens that way. I'm going to make it into a book. So I'm going to have the pages in here, but the surface of it is that there. So what I've done is I've got all the cogs. Now, I know it's a bad thing, we shouldn't have it anymore, and I hope you don't buy them, but I've got tons of straws that I'm fed up of. So I thought, what am I going to do? I'm going to make the straws useful now, because I've got to get rid of them.
Yep.
So I went away and I thought, well, what am I going to do? So I've got these bendy things here, and these are great because they make the corners.
We've had a question in, Lou, from Diane. Thanks for emailing in, Diane. It's an interesting question, actually. Now, Diane would like to create some artwork on a flat pan radiator, a flat panel radiator. Interesting. Would these be appropriate, you know, if you're using the wax? Are they heat resistant? I'm
not too sure. I've never used it on a heat surface before. I would say you'd have to contact him, but if you're using a primer, the bonding primer, I should think so. I mean, it's a bit, it's a difficult one. That.
It's a difficult one. I mean, you could try it on something small. You could test a patch on your radiator. But I would always read what's in the ingredients, go onto the website, do your research. When anything to do with heat and paint, you've got to be very, very careful. So I'm sorry we can't give you a definitive answer to that, but maybe if you get in touch with Pentart or head to their website, they can help you even more. If we can try and find the answer within the shows, we will do.
Yeah,
but thank you for emailing in, Diane. And good luck with your project.
Yeah,
sounds very interesting. Good idea.
Well, what I did was I got the bendy ones. You don't need these. I'm just trying to get rid of the ones I've got. And these paper ones fit perfectly in it. So all I've done here is I've just chopped these up and then, you know, added bits here. And I've just got another one here. I've shown you what I've done here. So it goes like that. I can put another one in here if I want, and I can keep going all the way round. So that's what I've done with the box. So I've put the straws round here, the cogs are here, I've got different sizes of straws, and then I've built it up. So,
do you know what, Lou? That is an absolutely brilliant idea that I didn't think of, but I bet you people have got those straws at home in a cupboard, don't want to throw them away, don't know what to do with them.
Exactly.
A pipe work for your steampunk project.
Absolutely, and you don't need a lot. And I'm just going to show you how I did mine. So all I did was I put a blob, because don't worry about this, because this is all going to be painted, so you can do it any colour because the primers are perfect. And then you just start fiddling around, get your bits on like that, leave them, chop them when you've got them done.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I found these plastic ones, when you want them, cut them like that, and some of them, they sort of get squashed, but watch, it's great this. When I wanted to put them on here, you just touch them and they fling back open. And what I've done is, I've sort of put that there. It's going to be very basic, this one. And then just chop everything down, because you won't waste it, believe it or not. You sort of get into it and you think, right, okay.
Do you know what? I bet you've got kids in the family that would love to do this with you with their straws. It's like building, you know, pipe work or a circuitry.
I sat there for half an hour messing about, just with these, and thinking, oh, and I could do that round the corner there, and I just sort of sat there, and then I'm messing around, and I sort of. And I was, once you get past the idea of, oh, that looks a bit strange because it colours.
It looks like you've got a Humphrey straw.
But then I've got these here.
I bet the kids don't remember the Humphreys.
So I'm just...
Do your research.
Right, now, here's a little tip. If you don't stick that down, what you can do is put that on there and then just hook that onto it. So now it sticks. So now you put a blob there, and again, don't worry, because you put your modelling paste on and everything else that you need later, because this is all going to be coloured, painted and all that, and you can see on mine. And it's really, I tell you what, I spent hours going through the house thinking, oh, right, well, what's this rubbish thing I've got here? Oh, well, I'm adding a bit of that on it. So don't look at it for what it is. Look at what you're trying to do, regard textures, and then just add. So
would you put, on top of that, would you put the bonding primer, for example?
Exactly what I did. So here, I've got that there. Now, if they don't join, here's a little trick for you. This is great. You get the bigger version, and you make like a connector. It's so cool. Honestly, if you like that stickle blocks and all that, and the other one, you will love this. So you can make little connectors.
Yeah.
Fit them all in, and you're doing two things really. You're getting rid of all the rubbish straws you've got, and you're making them into something, and you will find different sorts of straws.
Now, we've had another question from Karen. Thanks for emailing in, Karen. Great to have your company. Happy New Year to you. Still can't believe we're in 2022. I know. Can you use any of the mediums on fabric?
Yep.
Good question, Karen.
Yep.
Yes is the answer.
There are some for fabric, but if you're going to wear it to wash, then I would get the proper medium, fabric medium. But
to fix it.
Yeah, if you're going to use it for decorative purposes, then yeah, absolutely. Made all the bags and stuff I've got.
Lou, the one day special, we're busy, busy, busy. I'm really happy we've got this one day special for you.
Wait
because
till
I know
you
what
see
it's
all
like.
the stuff it does.
I know what it's like when you see a media, you think, oh, I really like that, but you know what? I wish I had more. Now we're giving you a chance to get the whole kit and caboodle. We have got 5 sparkling gels for you, 10 stencil paste in your different colours. We've also got your metallic waxes as well. You've got your transparent one just there. What a fantastic collection. How cool is your craft room going to look? Maybe you've got some storage to put this in. You could display it like this in your craft room, and you could just reach out, grab all the different items you need. £34.82, that's all we need today, and then another payment in a month's time. That's saving of £25. Then think of what you can do with that £25. Your one day special, 176718. We're having a busy launch this evening, and it's great to have your company. This is your first one day special launching in 2022. Now there is a dispatch date of this on the 17th of January. That's just because it's coming from Budapest. Right, we've got more items for you on the show, some great deals in project kits, and Lou is currently demonstrating the rust kit that we've got available for you. Let's give you a reminder of it. First of all, the box. So you've got a project to begin with. Now, if I just open that, you could, I don't know what would that, oh, it would hang a bat. Yes, right, got it. You could store these in your box like so. This is what you can make and create all your rusty effects with, and you see that just closes like that. So that could be your special rust box. You could rust it up first of all with all of your different mediums. There's something really satisfying about taking something that's brand new, whether it be a box like this, whether it be a bottle, whether it be a clay vase, or could you use these on glass if you use your primer first, Lou?
Yes, bonding primer, yeah, no
brilliant.
problem.
You got an old glass vase, turn it into an old rusty vase. This is the kind of effect you're going to get. I just love it, I really do. I mean, you could leave something like this made of metal out in the, I was going to say the wilderness, but you wouldn't. Out in the garden. Your garden might be a wilderness, I don't know.
Mine is.
But leaving it in there for the weather, and then it gets all rusty, or you could just get a piece of MDF like this, use the mediums we've got in this kit, and then start to make that rust effect. £20.95. You've also got your embellishments, and you've got your metal embellishments as well. Beautiful detail in these, actually, in these cogs. These are fabulous. 325278 is your item number, and what Lou's doing is making a collage on her box. So we're going to paint that with the rusty effects and make it look grungy and rusty. And Lou is fabulous at that. She really is. And you two are going to be good, because you can get your kit home. There's the detail, saving £8. It's a good price, isn't it? It's a fabulous price.
Great little kit there.
Yeah. Right, Lou, what we can do now?
Right, well, just a little trick that on the heart looks really cool, because it looks like little valves and things, and it's just when you cut the straw up like that and stick it that way, you get this wonderful, like, tiny little circles and dots. It looks really cool. You won't be able to see very much there, but it's just here.
It's like a chain.
Yeah, exactly, just in here. And there's tiny little ones depending on how big the straws are. So just the effect you get is brilliant.
And
so,
you've used that on the heart, haven't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
And you can see it better on the heart, actually.
Like it. I was just looking at that, thinking, oh, where did you get that chain from? But it's little bits of plastic straw.
Exactly.
Wow.
So I haven't finished that yet, but I am going to. I just wanted to show you how you can paint this surface first. The first thing I did, I didn't even prime it. I thought I didn't need to, but I would ask, if you've got the primer, prime it, makes sense, doesn't it? And then just paint it black acrylic. So, shall I have a go at the painting with it?
Oh, shall we?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay, so I'm using this is great, the rust effect, because you get some like coarse grit in it, and that's what I've left white on the heart, because it looks...
and that's your 3D powder, which is your coarse grit. That's in the kit that you're getting.
And I'm just using, I'm using my nice brush. It doesn't matter because I've got my brush cleaner. Hey. So the first thing you do is you go with the light, and it's really technical. This, just don't blink, don't blink. Oh, anywhere. Oh,
What,
right.
does that come with an instruction booklet, Lou? Because
Yeah.
that seemed very technical to me.
Telling
I
you.
might need step-by-step instructions.
Telling you, damp your brush down because you don't want too much water on it. This is as hard as it gets, right? Right, now, some of my little bits and bobs might drop off. It doesn't matter because that, I don't
Welcome
want
to
it to be perfect.
2022, everyone.
I mean on me doofer. So, look, that looks like, I'm not saying. So, I'm going to now add the next really, you ready? Don't blink. It's hard work, this. Right. And then, no, basically, all you need to do is don't think about it. Seriously, don't think. And don't try and overwork it.
No.
When you're doing, you'll see rust and patinas, and it's all about where it catches light. So there'll be depth there. And the depth is when one is overshadowing another. So if you start trying to paint this like you would emulsion your wall, you're not going to get the effect that you want. You're trying to build up colours. And I see people time and time again trying to get this really aged look by painting like this. And you're like, no, just get it on. Seriously, that's all you need to do. So we've got this. While we're doing that, I'm just going to add a tiny bit for now. And if you can see here, it looks a bit too thick. So what you do is just break it up. I've used hardly any, and this time I'm going to use what we call a stippling motion. So I'm not going to brush, I'm going to stipple, and this means I'm going to get a slight blend of colours, but not a brush-like stroke. So again, it's bringing up the colours. I quite like if you've got a teal or a little bit of sparkle from your pastes and your golds and silvers, that works even better. Now, if something comes off, don't worry, because that one, I didn't think that would work anyway, and I'll show you what it is. It's half a straw with things stuck in it. If it doesn't, pull it off, because that edging underneath will look brilliant. So what I'm going to do is, I've got the express glue. You don't need to add this. It's just that the paint dries really quick. And anywhere that you think, oh, there'd be a bit of rust there, I'm going to blob a bit of...
Is this the powder?
This is glue, just glue.
Oh,
you
okay.
don't need to use this.
No.
Glue, you can use the paint to do it. But I just wanted to show you, because if you think, if I don't show you the white where it goes, you'll think, well, where's she put the paint?
Now, the glue doesn't come included
No.
in the kit, but you can get it on the website, but you could use the primer, I guess.
Yeah, just use the primer, or I'll show you with this. So instead of using that, I'll just do that. And the paint will adhere, because it's a binder in it, will adhere the powder. Now the powder, I was huffing and puffing with this thing, and I was like, what's that? And all you've got to do is just very, very gently. And I love it because it's not going to come out too much like that, but it just blows. And a little bit comes out, because otherwise, if it's me, and you know what'll happen, if it's me, it'll just all blob out all at once. So, and then what happens is, it just sticks to wherever's wet. Now you look at that and you think, that looks awful, but the magic starts to happen when you just get your paintbrush and just...
And that's while the glue is still wet. That you
all
do
the
that.
paint, and it roughs it up, it makes the grit into the paint and the glue, so you get some shiny bits, you get some like transparent bits.
Doesn't this look amazing?
And now I showed you, it was difficult, wasn't it, blobbing it all over like that. So now we've got our base colour, we've got all the colours down. Does it look rusty?
It does.
Right.
It's getting there.
It's getting there, that's
It's
better.
getting there.
Now I'm going to go with the really dark colour now. And you look, when you're doing the dark, you think about where it's naturally dark. So all the nooks and crannies. So I'm just going to go, not black, don't... The secret to anything like this is not too much. People, they try and paint one layer on. It doesn't work with that. I'm actually not painting, I'm stippling. So if you see, I'm actually just blending the colour in. So I'll take it a bit slower. So here, I'll move it around so you can see it. Just there, I've got 3 blobs of... But I'm not painting them.
Is that your early brown that you're using there? Because you've got early brown and you've got mid brown included in the kit. So the early brown is the darker one.
Yeah.
Then you've got red clay. You've also got the powder, I'm doing all this without my
Right,
glasses. You've got
now-
your ochre as well.
Ochre is absolutely
Ochre.
stunning. Now, what I want to show you is we've got these pastes, the sparkling gels and the paste. So we've got this sparkling, it's one of my favourites. And you don't need to use this just as it is. What I'm going to do, a tiny bit in the lid.
Yeah.
And this is just something I was messing around with. And
this is from the One Day Special. Is this the wax? Is this the paste?
this is the sparkling gel.
Oh, you're putting sparkling.
Right, and
I
it
see what you're
builds up
doing.
the colour, and then I'm going to put a tiny bit of primer on it, and I'll just show you what happens, because we haven't got a teal.
Do you know what we should have done? We should have took a picture of it when it was just regular and black.
Well, I'll do another one for tomorrow. Right, so just going to, I need a little tiny bit, there we go, just get that there, put that.
And what's this you're using,
This
Lou?
is just primer, just
Okay.
primer. And the reason is because I wanted to show you, I've left that like that so I can show you how it cleans up that. I wanted to show you that even if you haven't got this teal colour, we can make it using the primer and the sparkling gel. So now what I'm going to get is a really nice, light, still sparkling, but we're getting this green, the copper sort of patina actually.
That's it, patina. I love patina effects.
Right, so add a little bit more white. And just, then the best bit is, you sort of, I'm looking at that, I need to take a little bit off. Now if you manage to get the brushes from before, you're really lucky, because this is where you need a long handle brush so that you're not, because I call it titivating.
Yeah.
There
Like
we
a feather
go.
duster.
Yeah, and you just build it up. Now it's not done, but you can see you've got a sparkle there that looks like galvanised steel.
That looks amazing, Lou.
But I don't like some of the colours. So
Okay.
this is where you can go in with all the sparkling gels. We've got blacks, we've got a brown. Oh, acrylic paint, just a little tiny bit of black gesso. Ready? And you think, no, black, don't put black on. Mix it with the sparkling gel, and then that way you knock the edge off.
Yeah.
And then what I'm going to do is just break that up. So, can you see how it's just taking that darkness into the edges?
Amazing. You know, with your One Day Special, you can see with the other kits that we've got how you can make something rusty and grungy, or you could make something lovely and whimsical and of unicorn style colours, and that's what's fabulous about the different kits we've got available for you. So much that you can do,
That box
Lou.
is like the Chantilly version. So
yeah, let's show this.
So
this
that
is
box
gorgeous.
is the same, but I've only used the paste and I've used the colours and I've just done it really what we call a Chantilly sort of. But this goes on and on and on and on. And then what you've got to do with this is you've got to wax this. Wax on, wax off. So, shall we pick a colour? What colour would you like?
What's our objective?
Well, we want it to look rusty, old,
Yeah.
whatever you want. Now, we've got any of the colours of the wax that we've got here. We've got the metals, whatever colour you want.
Maybe some of the metallic, and maybe go for like a rusty colour and a silver colour, like a real red one. Something
like the
like
ones
that.
in my hand.
Like the ones in your hand, yeah.
Like the ones in my hand. Right, this is where it's
got
still
4
not
minutes,
right.
Lou.
Oh, I've got those. It's still not right, and I still need to build up layers.
Okay.
But there's 2 things you can do. You can use straight from the pot, or you can use a stencil brush. I'm going to use straight from the pot to show you, and just tap the excess off here, and then just go on the top. Because if you go straight on, guarantee you, there'll be a blooming great big blob on it. So all I'm going to do, I'm collecting some of the grit that's already on this. Now I'm just going to put, I might need, there we go. So just not all over, right. And I've mainly gone where the light is reflecting. So that's great, I like that. Clean it off on here because they'll all work together. Now I'm going to go in with the white, oh sorry, the silver. And if they do look a bit oxidised, don't worry, that's just the separation, it happens naturally. So now, you ready? Just.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm just going to put So you can see that the elements of, they've now not straws anymore, they're now like little valves.
Oh, they're amazing.
So easy to do.
Do you know what, Lou? In 10 minutes, 15 minutes, you've done what Mother Nature and the elements took, I don't know, 100 years to do?
What do you reckon? Does that look all right?
I think so. It looks amazing.
It started like that.
Yeah, exactly.
It started like that and it looks like that. But yeah, you don't have to have it like that. You can have it nice and pinks and purples and all sorts. It's up to you what you do.
Do you know what? You feel right chuffed when you've done something like that. You know, when you look back at it, and the more it dries as well, the better it's going to be. How amazing is that? And if you want to put anything outside, you just get some spray, varnish spray, so you can put it outside and it still look rusty. Wow, that really is amazing. Just think of the project you're going to do with your one-day special. You have got 21 mediums, £69.64, but do you know what? We'll put that cost over 2 payments, over 2 months, making it easier for you. It just means you get everything all in one go, dispatching on the 17th of January, which is also helpful. You've got 10 stencil paste, beautiful colours. You've got your 5 sparkling gels, which are absolutely gorgeous. You've got your 5 metallic wax paste. I mean, these are brilliant. You also get the transparent wax paste as well. I just want to turn those upside down so you can see those fabulous colours, and that, of course, is your transparent one as well. So all of those are included. So you're not waiting months for us to bring them back in their different sets. You're getting them all at the same time. £34.82. You've got that discount. It's a great discount of £25, and then you've got another payment of £34.82. Now, Luby Lou, what are we going to do at 8 o'clock tonight?
Right, well, first of all, I've just done the wax to show you. Don't use your top, but that's flat, flat, flat. But can you see that shine now?
Oh, yeah.
But I need a buffer.
Yeah.
But we're going to be waxing all this stuff up, and we're going to be transforming these into nice sort of pretty colours, and then we're going to go grungy again. So whatever you want. If anyone wants to see something, please say. I mean, these colours, perfect on their own. We don't have to be grungy.
Yeah, you're right. Oh, Lou, thank you so much.
Loved it. Look at the state.
Yeah, I always love working with you, Lou, because you show us so many amazing ideas. I mean, just the tip of using those straws as well to create pipe work. How amazing is that? One Day Special, launched today at 6 o'clock, but we've been very busy for the hour. By all means, go and talk to whoever you need to talk to if you need someone else to help you make that decision, but we will divide the cost into 2. How about this? Pay by PayPal. You can do that here with us at the craft store. All the T's and C's, that's not just tea and cake, are with PayPal. So when you pay through PayPal, that's dealing with them. But at least you can do so, and it might be your preference to do so as well. But your One Day Special, those are your details, 176718, and Lou will be back at 8 o'clock tonight for some more demonstrations for you. It's been great to have your company, but please don't go anywhere because we've got another fabulous show lined up for you after the break. So I tell you what, go and grab yourself a cup of tea, slice of cake, and come on back. We'll see you after the break.